Hi everyone, I'm Heather. So I haven't actually made a Smashbook video in like forever, and the reason why is because the last book that I did was my pregnancy book, and then like the first month of my daughter's life. And then the next book was going to be her baby book for like the first year, but COVID happened and it was kind of annoying because having a baby during COVID, like literally all that book is just photos, like baby photos of her inside the house and the garden and stickers. And like, I don't know, I just got really bored of it because it's basically just photos and stickers. And at like what point does it just become like a glorified photo album? And I could have just printed out all the photos and not bothered with the stickers. So yeah, I got really bored of it. Like I am going to finish it because there are like a few other bits and stuff in there as well, like clothing tags and things like that. But yeah, like I'm bored of it really. I got up to, I think like when she was like 9 months, that's where I've left it off. But then also my photo printer broke halfway through, and like when you're doing a book that is literally just photos and stickers, not having my printer was really annoying because I just find like going to Tesco's and having all the photos printed off at Tesco's to like get your money's worth, it's better to get more. So I just like, and then I don't really know like what I'm gonna want when I actually sit down to put them in the book, so I print off more than what I need. And that's kind of just like really overwhelming then as well, because then also they're like the normal size, they're not, I can't like do little collages and then cut them out. So yeah, I kind of just like gave up. But I went back and I am going to do a flip through today because I have finished this book now. This is the orange Smashbook. So basically, like I started this book, I want to say like January time of the year I got pregnant. So yeah, like I was halfway through this book, then I found out I was pregnant, so I kind of like all went on to into like the pregnancy book. But there were like quite a few things going on in my life still that weren't actually anything to do with my pregnancy, so I didn't really want to put those things in my pregnancy book. And then like it wasn't like that much, it wasn't enough to fill up an entire book, so then that kind of then just carried on into like the next couple of years. So yeah, I decided to just try and finish this book without any pictures. So this has got pictures in it. It's not really in chronological order. So it starts off kind of chronological. You'll see what I mean when I show you. But yeah, so like loads of the pages don't have photos. But I kind of like that. Like it's kind of got me out of that rut of like just things being just photos and then stickers. So yeah, I kind of like it, and it then inspired me to do my next scrapbook, which I'm going to do a flip through for that as well. Of that is literally just stuff, like just ephemera. It's not any photos or anything. So yeah, so like I mean there are photos in here. I did then go and buy another Canon selfie printer. I think the reason why I broke is because I moved house and it just didn't survive the move, which is a bit annoying. But I did really like the Canon selfie printer. I also had like loads of paper for it, so I needed to go out and buy the same printer. So yeah, I have replaced it now. So I have now gone back to doing photos in my more recent Smashbooks, which I'm going to show you all of these things. I'm literally gonna show you everything. But yeah, today I'm going to do a flip through of this book, and it's looking so thick. I'm so excited, like all the bits like hanging out the side. And yeah, so I'm going to show you now. So it starts off with this here. So this is my last ever night stop. I didn't realise that this was going to be my last ever night stop at the time. And I've put this plain sticker here because it says start here. So I started this book being cabin crew, and I finished this book doing my teacher training. So at the back, when it says end here, I've put future teacher. And I was going to put a photo here of me being a teacher, but then like I never got around to it, and it's kind of weird like taking pictures in the classroom. Although this one isn't actually like me flying, it's a picture of me in the bath. So yeah, so I stuck that there. This was kind of like the calm before the storm as well. So yeah, and then when I was grounded, because I was pregnant, I bought this little diary because I didn't have a proper roster anymore, so I needed to write all my appointments and stuff in a diary. And I just thought it was really funny because it says so busy in 19 and 20, and like they were literally like the least busy years of my life because I was grounded in 2019, and then obviously 2020 nobody was busy. So yeah, that was my opening page, and it starts off in chronological order as it goes through. Like it doesn't really, because I don't like keeping it in chronological order because otherwise it gets too like it's too difficult to work on because like one side gets really big. So yeah, so this was a Valentine's Day card from my cat Joey. He actually ended up dying later on in 2019, so that's actually really sad that was like the last card that he got for me. This was when I finished my album. So the first thing I did in 2019 that really happened that year, I released this album. If you've seen like my previous flip throughs, like the last one, my 2018 book, I was recording this album loads. Like this was what my main focus was on in 2018. So at the beginning of 2019 I released it on my birthday, and we had this little party for it. So yeah, that's what that's about. And then we went to Disneyland. I have actually done a album separately for Disneyland, and these were just like a few bits that I had left over, but I just wanted to put them in this book because that also happened this year. And then yeah, just some like little bits. I'm not really a massive fan of this page, but yeah, there was just things that I stuck in. So this was kind of like a really significant week in my life. This was the last week that I flew, and when I found out I was pregnant and I got a new car, like so much stuff happened this week. Like I still remember every single day now. So I stuck in my roster because this ended up being my last ever roster. And then, yeah, I test drove my car on the same day that I had my last flight. And then I also I started my next album literally like the day after I bought the car. And then the day after that, I found out I was pregnant. So like all of these things like literally happened the same week, and they were quite like significant, like life-changing things. So I just did this whole spread just based on like these little things. I put the Superman sticker because the song that I recorded, the first one, this album was called Superpowers. So yeah, that's why that's there. And then this was just to put you know, that I found out I was pregnant because I had these stickers left over. So this was just, I put this in here because I didn't know what to do with it. My best friend's daughter passed away, and that was really sad. That happened whilst I was pregnant, so I kind of just put that in here. I didn't want to add anything to this page. I just wanted that to be somewhere where I knew where it was. This is when I went to see the Spice Girls when I was pregnant. I've got my tickets in here, and I actually already had this sticker, so I was really pleased about that. But yeah, and then this was a wedding that I went to whilst I was pregnant. I went with my friend Adam. Yeah, and this is like the little thank you. So yep, I stuck all of these things in here. This is whilst my printer was still working. This is when my cat Joey died. I'm really sad. I loved him so much. He was literally like my baby. He's been in every single Smashbook I've done so far. So yeah, we got the things from the vets. So I put it in here. Then this was just to show that Florence had been born. Like I needed to put Florence in here at some point just to acknowledge the fact that I did have a child this year. Well, this is now on to 2020. But yeah, so like everything else is obviously in her book for like my pregnancy and her birth, and then I'm doing this baby book as well. So like all of the stuff for her will be in that one because then like she can have that, whereas like this one is for me. But I thought, yeah, I should probably put the fact that I had a baby in here. And then this is a picture that she drew like a couple of years later. Oh, this is when I worked for Virgin Bread. It was literally the worst job I've ever had in my life. It was like a work from home job. It was just hideous. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I only worked there like 6 months. I really hated it. So, but I just put this in because that's all I have from it, and that's just forgotten about now. Then this was actually already in the book because I tried to use this book years and years ago because I bought all of the Smashbooks, and I stuck this in, and then I really just didn't like the page. I think I actually pulled a page out because I didn't like this page either. But it was stuck in here and whatever, like it's in there now. So yeah, it was a Marmite Easter egg. It was so gross. Then these were like some little bits that I got sent during the pandemic. So I had like quite bad postnatal depression, and this charity reached out to me and they sent me like some really cute little things. So I just popped that in there. I think this was at the point where I didn't have a photo printer, so that was quite good that I got all of these things so I could make a page out of it. Okay, so this is when I dyed my hair red. So during the pandemic, I dyed my hair red. I've always wanted red hair, but I thought whilst we were locked away, no one would see it if it went wrong. So I did it with a box dye first myself, and that's what it looked like when I did it. And then when all of the hair salons were open again, I went and had it done properly. So this is what it looked like when I had it done properly. These were just some little bits that I had. I'd wanted this coat for ages, and I bought all of these other coats because this was the one that I wanted, but this was really expensive. And I literally bought so many other coats wanting it to be that one. And by the time I'd bought all of these other coats, I could have just bought this one, but then I finally got it. I got it when I was pregnant, so I didn't know if it was going to fit. So yeah, I was so pleased when, because I got it, I found it on eBay, brand new with tags, obviously, because the tags here. And it was really cheap, and yeah, so I'm so pleased I finally got this coat. And then I sold all of the other coats that I bought wanting this one, really. And then this was just a little note for my friend during the pandemic. And then this is just some bits that I was using up for my stash. Again, this is just some things I was using up for my stash here. This was a theatre that I went to, a show that I went to see one of my friends performing. So that was cute, and I liked the way that they were pink, and they actually got tickets. So I was so pleased they were real tickets. And then I just really like these pictures. I took a Florence. I like the sequence of pictures, and then I just felt like they went with this camera, so I made it look like they were Polaroids and printed them out. Obviously, this was when I had my photo printer. I did buy a new photo printer, so there was about maybe, I want to say 2 years where I didn't have one. So I went back and printed some things out because obviously I needed the printer for that. Oh, so this was a music video that I did. I spent the whole of lockdown really, and my pregnancy actually, really wanting to make a music video for this song, and I planned it all out and everything, and I was kind of over it by the time I actually went to film it. But I really enjoyed doing it, and I'm really pleased with this music video. It's on my music channel, so yeah, I might put the link in the description if I remember. But yeah, so I was really pleased with the way this turned out. I hired a proper videographer, and then I edited it myself. So yep, that was that, and that was obviously a thing that I did for myself. That was probably the first thing I actually did for myself that didn't involve Florence after I had her. So yeah. This was a page that I made when I didn't have my photo printer. So I really wanted to do some kind of scrapbooking, some kind of smashbooking. So I found loads of random stuff that I just thought really worked well on the page. And it was a good way of using up my stash. I actually really enjoyed this whole thing of not using photos. It was kind of liberating that it didn't have to be for a specific occasion that I did it for. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how this turned out, and I got to use up some stuff. This one again, I just use up some stickers and stuff. I'm not 100% pleased with this. I was trying a new style of layering washi stickers. I'm not really sure this works. I kind of developed this style, and in other books since this book, I've done this a lot better. So yeah, but it's kind of this is here to show me that this was the first time I tried it. And this was just some bits that I had from Christmas. I don't even think it was this Christmas. So yeah, and some tags and stuff. I don't really like Christmas that much. Oh yeah, see look, this has got 2015 written on it. So that obviously wasn't from this year, but it was just some random bits that I had in my stash. I think these pictures were already printed out as well. So I think I actually did this page when I didn't have my printer. This again was just things that I randomly found just by looking at stuff in my stash that I had, things I'd collected, tags and stuff, things that I've cut out of magazines, and then just random stickers that I've had. I love this chocolate. This chocolate is amazing. Yeah, and this is obviously from some kind of a regular choice packaging. So yeah, I just putting it on the page and making it look pretty rather than oh, this is all from one day. I think I prefer doing this, and I have since done a whole book with just this, which I'll do a flip through of that later. But yeah, so I'm just really pleased with how this has turned out. Oh, this is where me and my friend we got really into Disney bounding. So it's like when you dress up as a Disney character without actually dressing up as a Disney character, you just make it look like they're casual clothes. So I did all of these. I did these like photo shoots over the years because obviously I had to do it when I had red hair, and then I dyed my hair brown to get it back to blonde again. So I had to like keep going back to the same photographer to take these pictures. Yeah, and then I like did all the princesses. Ooh. Okay, so this was spring. I just really like these pictures. Obviously this was when I had my my printer. So I got really obsessed with pink trees. I am still obsessed with pink trees. I have been obsessed this year as well. So yeah, I just really liked the way that all these pictures looked. This was just spring, and then I absolutely love this picture. I still have it as the background on my phone. Yeah, and I just really like the way this looked. And then I did the same thing again in autumn. This is with my coat again. Yeah, and I just really like, because that kind of matches. So like obviously me and Florence are walking away from the camera towards a pink tree, and then all the trees orange for autumn, and we've done the same thing again. So yeah, I kind of just like the way that this page looked. And I like these stickers as well, although they're really, really chunky. I am going to stop buying stickers that are this chunky, because I don't, like, I like the way the books get chunky, but I feel like it happens naturally, even if you don't put things in like this. So yeah, I'm going to see how that goes. So this was my orange book. So obviously I had to do an orange spread. Because I've done that in every single one of my Smashbooks, and I think this is actually like the last colour now that I've used up. So yeah, basically the rules is that I have to just get things from my stash. I'm not allowed to print things out on purpose, and I just have to find things I already have that are the colour of the book, and then I make just like a little collage of that colour, and I've done that in every single one of my books so far. So yeah, I'm really pleased with the way that this one came out, because orange isn't my favourite colour, but I kind of like the way that it looks on the page. Oh, this was a thing. I was really obsessed with like Shein. I say I was, like I still am. But yeah, I just got like loads of things and like online shopping stuff. This was like through the pandemic basically. So yeah, I put it all on this page. I've got a feeling that Florence stuck a sticker down on this page first, and then I had to just go with that. It might not be this page, it might be another page. But yeah, like this is basically just like a shopping page. Oh no, it was this page. It was this page. I think she stuck down like a Care Bear or something. I can't actually see where it is. Oh, this Care Bear. She randomly stuck that Care Bear on the page, and then I just did the whole spread around that. I kind of like the way that I've made the stickers look. See, the thing is, these are washi stickers, so I can't really use them on any other page. They have to be used on a white page. Obviously that's hard in a Smashbook, but then actually in the orange book there are quite a lot of white pages, so yeah, I feel like this works. Oh, so this is like another album that I did since the first album, and like I do really love the way that this album has turned out, but it was a real struggle to get there. Like I lost my job halfway through. I found out I was pregnant like 2 days after I went to the recording studio for the first song. I lost my job halfway through. The pandemic happened. Like so many things were telling me to not record this album, but I still persevered and I still recorded it, and I ended up doing a lot of the vocals at home and then like just sending them to my producer like through over the pandemic. So like it didn't end up to be the way that I envisioned it in the first place, but I do still really like it, and it is still like, to other people I don't think it sounds any different from my other albums. But obviously I didn't have all of the photos. Like for the last one, in the clouds, I had so many things for it, and like so many photos, and like just so many like tickets, because I've been going to Brighton all the time. But this time, yeah, I just didn't have any stuff, so this was it. This was all I have, but I wanted to like show that I've obviously recorded this album. So yeah, next album I do, hopefully I'll have more pictures and more stuff to put in my my Smashbook. Oh, this was just like a nice little note that my friend Lucy wrote me. And then there's a picture of us here. Oh, and this is Monty. So we got Monty. We got him. He got given to us because Alex's granddad died, and he belonged to Alex's granddad. He died just after Joey died. So we lost our cat, and he lost his owner. So we ended up adopting him actually 2 weeks before Florence was born, so it was a bit crazy. He has also died now as well, so that's so sad. But yeah, this is when we first got him, and Florence absolutely loved him. This was obviously just one of the times when I didn't have a photo printer. I was trying this kind of style, like scattering things on the page. I wanted it to make it look like I just like thrown it on the page and it just happens to fall like that. I think that kind of works. Like, I kind of like this page actually. Oh, this is just like the order of service from a funeral from Alex's nan. And then this was Alex's granddad who died, who we had Monty from. And this was like a 4-generation picture. This was the only 4-generation picture that I could take because he was the last grandparent to pass away. So that's really sad. But I'm really pleased that we did actually get this 4-generation picture. We got Monty before he actually died, by the way. That's how Florence is in this picture, because otherwise that wouldn't make any sense. But yeah. So this is actually 2 different weddings. This is my cousin's wedding, which I didn't actually get a picture of the bride. That's really bad. But these were like just a few bits that I picked up. And then this is a picture of my parents, my brother and me. And then this is my friend Amy's wedding. So yeah, this was like on a separate page because she did quite a lot of her stuff online, so we didn't really have stuff to like get, so I just kept like the thing that was on the table. And this was whilst I was pregnant. Yes, this was whilst I was pregnant. We went to bingo and we won enough money to get a McDonald's afterwards, so I stuck that on there. And then this is just like random like bits that I'd kept, like stuff to do with like illnesses. Like this is my hospital tag, but not from the time I had Florence, because that's in my other book. And just from, yeah, from like COVID, like stuff like that. I've just put it all on this page. So yeah, I don't know. They was just there, and I didn't have a photo printer. I'm not loving this picture, this page, but you know, whatever. It kind of goes. The colours go. So I was really pleased with this one because this is like so colourful. I basically just went through my stash and picked up anything that was like rainbow colours. I had a lot of like tags and stuff that I'd been like hoarding because, you know, they were rainbow colours. So yeah, and I just thought this all went really well together on the page. And then I also like the way that when you turn over the page, I then did like a monochrome one, so it's black and white. And I love the way it goes from like colour to black and white. And I've basically done the same thing on this page, but adjust with things that were black and white. So yeah, I think that kind of works. And then this was obviously like during the time when I didn't have my photo printer. These were things that I got from Paper Chase. Like again, these were just things that I've been hoarding for ages. This is a cross stitch that my mum made, and like something from a little cupcake that I got. I mean, yeah, that thing that goes in the top. Yeah, and just like random like tags and like stickers and stuff that I had collected over the years. This was again when I was trying to do like a page of like layering, and I think this is better than the one before, so it's getting better. But I have done ones since in my other scrapbooks I feel like worked better than this. But yeah, like I just I bought like loads of these like ephemera packs that you can get, and they just come with like loads of like papers and like stickers, and it all matches. And I feel like this is a little bit like too matchy. I think it works better when you add like extra stuff as well from other places. I don't really know, like I'm trying with this. I am still really trying with this style. So yeah, but I do like it when, like, because I've got all of these as well. I think these are like Tim Holtz things, or just like random things that I've found. Yeah, I kind of like this style, and I want to try and develop this style. Oh, this is another one where I just wanted to make it like look like I've just scattered it on the page. And yeah, I think that kind of works. Like it does kind of look like I've scattered it on. Yeah, like these are just random things again that I've been hoarding that I thought worked well together on the page. And I was just like challenging myself to make pages like this without using any photos that I have printed. So I really hope that you enjoyed this flip through video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already, because I am actually going to start doing process videos. Like finally, I've got like this whole setup now, so it's going to be easy for me to do that. So I'm definitely going to start filming my my crafting, so you can follow along. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.